Waking the Tiger, Healing Trauma by Peter Levine is a seminal work that introduces a new understanding of trauma and its effects on the human body and psyche. Levine, a pioneer in the field of trauma therapy, presents an approach that is both insightful and transformative, challenging the traditional views of trauma treatment and offering a path to healing that is accessible and effective. Overview of the book's core concepts. At its core, Waking the Tiger proposes that trauma is not just a psychological event, but a physiological one. Levine argues that trauma occurs when the body's natural ability to process and discharge extreme stress is overwhelmed. This unprocessed energy becomes trapped in the body, leading to a host of physical and psychological symptoms. The book draws heavily on observations from the animal kingdom, particularly how animals in the wild cope with and recover from life-threatening situations. Levine notes that animals in the wild rarely suffer from trauma, despite regularly facing life-threatening situations. This is because they have instinctual mechanisms for dealing with stress and trauma, such as shaking, trembling, and discharging the excess energy generated during the fight, flight, or freeze response. Humans, however, often inhibit these natural responses, which leads to the energy becoming trapped in the body. This trapped energy, Levine suggests, is the root cause of many trauma-related symptoms. The physiology of trauma. One of the key contributions of Waking the Tiger is its explanation of the physiological basis of trauma. Levine explains that trauma is stored in the body as a kind of frozen energy. When a person experiences a traumatic event, their body mobilizes a tremendous amount of energy to respond to the threat. This energy is designed to be used in either fighting the threat or fleeing from it. However, when neither fight nor flight is possible, the body enters a state of freezing or immobilization. This is a survival mechanism that is useful in the short term but can become problematic if the energy remains undischarged. The book emphasizes that the symptoms of trauma, such as anxiety, hypervigilance, dissociation, and physical pain, are not just psychological but are rooted in this unresolved, undischarged energy. Levine argues that traditional approaches to trauma, which often focus solely on the psychological aspects, can miss this crucial physiological component. As a result, many trauma survivors may not fully heal, as the underlying energy remains trapped in their bodies. Somatic experiencing, a new approach to trauma healing. Levine introduces a therapeutic approach called somatic experiencing, which is designed to help individuals release the trapped energy and restore the body's natural balance. Somatic experiencing is based on the idea that the body has an innate ability to heal from trauma if it is given the right conditions. This involves gently guiding individuals to reconnect with their bodily sensations and allowing the energy associated with the trauma to be safely and gradually discharged. A key aspect of somatic experiencing is the concept of pendulation, which involves moving back and forth between a state of calm and a state of mild activation. By carefully titrating the level of activation, the therapist can help the individual process the trauma without becoming overwhelmed. This process allows the trapped energy to be released in small, manageable doses, which can lead to profound healing. Levine also emphasizes the importance of renegotiation rather than reliving the traumatic event. In somatic experiencing, the focus is not on re-experiencing the trauma but on allowing the body to complete the interrupted fight or flight response. This might involve simple movements, sounds, or other physical expressions that the body naturally wants to make but was unable to at the time of the trauma. The role of the therapist. Levine sees the therapist's role as creating a safe and supportive environment in which the client can reconnect with their bodily sensations and begin the process of healing. The therapist helps the client stay within their window of tolerance, ensuring that the activation remains at a manageable level. The goal is not to push the client into a traumatic state, but to allow the body to naturally move towards healing at its own pace. Practical exercises and case studies. Waking the Tiger includes practical exercises that readers can use to begin reconnecting with their bodies and processing trauma on their own. These exercises are simple yet powerful and are designed to help individuals become more aware of their bodily sensations, identify areas of tension or discomfort, and begin the process of releasing trapped energy. Levine also includes numerous case studies throughout the book, illustrating how SE has helped individuals heal from a wide range of traumatic experiences. These case studies provide real-world examples of the principles discussed in the book and demonstrate the effectiveness of the somatic experiencing approach. The broader implications of trauma healing. Beyond individual healing, Levine explores the broader implications of trauma and its impact on society. He suggests that many of the problems we see in the world today, from violence to addiction to mental illness, can be traced back to unresolved trauma. By helping individuals heal from trauma, we can also begin to address these larger societal issues. Levine also discusses the importance of prevention, particularly in the context of childhood trauma. He argues that by creating environments that are safe, supportive, and attuned to children's needs, we can help prevent trauma from occurring in the first place. Conclusion. Waking the Tiger is a groundbreaking book that offers a new understanding of trauma and its effects on the human body and mind. Peter Levine's approach, grounded in both science and a deep respect for the wisdom of the body, provides a powerful framework for healing trauma. By focusing on the physiological aspects of trauma and the body's innate ability to heal, Levine offers hope and practical tools for those who have experienced trauma, as well as for therapists and caregivers who work with them. The book's emphasis on the body as a source of healing is a refreshing departure from more traditional approaches that focus solely on the mind. Waking the Tiger is not just a book about trauma, it is a guide to reclaiming one's life and health after trauma. It empowers individuals to reconnect with their bodies, release trapped energy, and move towards wholeness and resilience. Whether you are a trauma survivor, a therapist, or simply someone interested in understanding more about the human experience, Waking the Tiger is an essential read.